How do you feel about fitting?
Who's a trans person that you admire?
What do clothes mean to you?
What's in your trend starter?
What does fashion need more of?
What do you want to fight for?
Hey. Hey.
Should we start? Hi, my name is Nicola. I'm a writer. I write books.
Hi, I'm Zaire, and I'm a full-time model.
My name is Gigi. I'm an actress, I'm a model, and I'm a trans activist.
Hey, my name is Casil, and I like to serve for a living.
My name is Webster Ojara. I am multifaceted.
I'm Ivy. I like to think of myself as a kind of an icon.
My name is Naima Yansa, legendary mother of the House of L.
I'm Oscar. I'm an international model and artist. I'm from London. I did the bit again, but it's fine. Look, it's fine. That's me. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. No, let's keep it. I don't want to pretend to be something I'm not.
Period.
It's nice to meet you, Gigi. I just met you earlier today.
It's nice to meet you too. Maybe we're gonna meet each other more by playing a game.
What inspires you?
I can say I inspire myself.
Yeah.
I represent individuals who obviously don't see themselves a lot on social media or in magazines.
I'm a ballroom girl. I use always the older femme queens as like inspiration, like Sanaya, Yolanda, my mother, which is Anya. Yeah, so I always pay homage to them.
I go for a lot of walks, looking at people, seeing what they're wearing. I always find that, particularly as someone who's also a writer, it's so nice to be able to like take those things in from the world.
It's about what people are going to see, what the younger generation is going to see.
Inspiring.
But yeah, myself.
You
I
hate
never
that.
really get to say that.
You hate that. You hate
Thanks,
that.
babe.
Who's a trans person that you admire?
The reality is I know so many trans people in my own life, and I admire all of them.
Yeah, same.
I feel like where I've mostly seen like trans people representative has actually just been like modeling. It's like you just sort of see them and it's like reduced to just being like a visual thing. But there's something that's so much like richer when you know someone. It gives so much more room to admire them.
Tell me about your biggest cheerleader.
I would say my mum.
My mom.
My mom. My mom is my biggest fan. Like,
The best thing for like me and my transition was like the trans women around me that helped like shape and raise me to be like who I am. And I would not be the man I am today without those women.
And for sure, my 7-year-old niece, like she just loves to see what I do.
My biggest supporter would definitely be my wife. They've fought grown men, they've yelled at my parents, they've done that. They would not stop for anything beyond my happiness and my safety.
What's in your trend starter pack?
pepper spray.
Definitely.
Before top surgery, it was definitely my binder.
HRT.
Right.
To start with.
Growing up, who was your favorite queer coded icon?
Him.
Him.
Him? Is that, yeah, I guess him, I guess. that would be, I guess, yeah, I watched that a lot.
I remember just seeing him and think that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
You know what? I always loved all the villains. You know, I always loved like the evil queens.
Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, because of their androgynous energy and the fact that they're from outer space, from the ether.
I also like extremely love anime, and I'm just like inspired with like that type of fantasy. I feel like anime has always had like a lot of like gender going on.
What do clothes mean to you?
As a trans person, clothes were sort of the first way for me to express something that like I couldn't otherwise express. I feel like I have quite like a deep relationship with clothes.
Safety is a massive factor of how I might dress.
I like to dress more masculine, also because that's how I want people to perceive me. So yeah, it played a big role for me as well during my transition.
Even without being trans, do you know what I mean? Like clothes mean so much of how you want to be seen as a person. If you felt scared, you could chuck on a big hoodie and a big bag of jeans and like just be like almost yeah, and like not really worry about the word, or you can like dress and be like the main character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's nice. I really like that.
What does fashion need more of?
Trans men.
Representation.
Trans men.
Period.
Yeah, trans men are not too small for runways, by the way, guys. You can definitely book.
Yeah, and all bodies, please.
Yeah, I want to see more beautiful, big women on the runway.
Fashion needs more commitment to the things they want to stand behind.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm tired of that consistently happening.
It's important that this is not just a trend. We're here to stay.
No, you can't get rid of us.
No, because you also can't get rid of us in society, so we have to be represented.
How do you feel about fitting in?
I don't. I mean, I just don't.
Fitting in.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Looking back as a child, I never like properly fit in, but it's not something I particularly care about, actually.
Like, I
Right?
literally-
Like, I love being weird. I love weird people.
And as trans people, we don't really get the option to fit in. We are always going to stand out. We're always going to... So, like, why am I trying?
Exactly.
Describe your personal style.
I'm a ballroom girl, so I like to push the boundaries sometime. To me, it's like liberating, you know? What about you?
It depends on so much. Like, depends on my mood that day, where I'm going, who I'm seeing. And it doesn't mean I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. It's just safety.
Yeah.
I feel like it has like two modes. Like it's either like super, super like librarian or more like hoary. And then sometimes it's like a mixture of the two.
I'm a woman from the 70s.
I'm an anime girl who's a boy.
My recent vibe was like rockstar fairy mix.
I would say African, futuristic, androgynous being from outer space.
You're from space, I'm from the forest.
I'm from the ethers.
What do you want to fight for?
Safety of trans and queer people.
For freedom, for safety, for equality, for self-determination, for everything what cis heteronormative society has, and we still don't.
Safety and love.
Period.
You know, I want to try raise empathy for trans people. I think that's what I try to do with my books, is to sort of, you know, have stories there about trans people that aren't just about them being trans, but just sort of where people can read and see trans people as, you know, people as opposed to just something to gawk at.
I feel like I've spent most of my transition just trying to fight for things that come so easy to everyone else.
Exactly.
And they just get handed to them, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what about you?
Equality.
Yeah.
Definitely, you know?
Representation and voices that have been silenced, whether that is queer individuals.
That's why we sit here.
Yeah, that's why we sit here, 1,000%.
What does everyone need to read or watch?
I think Paris is Burning.
Period.
Definitely is very, very very important.
So as I've said many times, I've written a book, and you might have heard of it. So yeah, I've written a book, Bellies.
Disclosure on Netflix. This documentary really shows all the hate that we have been going through and all the misportrayal that we've been going through up till today.
Pose is #1 because Pose really highlights the struggle that trans people go through.
What hopes do you have for the future?
That people stop killing us.
Yeah.
I would say no one is free until we are all free. And this is for everyone suppressed.
I try not to think like grimly about the future, and a lot of the times it feels almost impossible. But if one chooses to give up on the now, that's not going to get us anywhere.
Absolutely.
I feel like people should be more empathetic, do you say?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like between us, like trans people, we're really supportive. Like, but like with cis people, it's not always the same. Even some small efforts like gendering someone correctly and everything,
Yeah.
I feel like it's not that hard, but it will make the people feel so much better about themselves already.
What's your golden rule for life?
It doesn't cost you a thing to spread some love.
Just slaying every day.
To always put myself first.
Period.
I didn't come out to not be happy and to not think of me and to not think about what would benefit me more than anything. I'm never gonna put myself aside again.
Period.
The rules. Rules are made to break.
Is that all the questions?
We did it.
Okay, cute. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Angel.